everybody. My name is Nguyen, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about how to meet and connect with real people. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, Vu, I'll bite, but why? Well, I had the same question growing up because I remember my parents would keep making me get off the computer, go outside and talk to real people. And as an awkward child, and I still am, I never understood why until one day I came across this great quote by Vanilla Ice in the movie Cool as Ice. And he just said, drop that zero and get with the hero. And so I had an epiphany, and it was that, well, you could be the biggest goofball on the planet and still be okay if you knew how to drop the right lines. So, so here's my personal list of things that really helped me to become a better communicator, or to drop better lines, if you will. But first thing first, I'm a law student, and in law school, our crazy law professors like to come up with all these crazy and insane hypotheticals to demonstrate their point, to demonstrate the law. So I like to give my own crazy story. I'm from Tacoma, Washington, and last summer I decided to attend OCU for law school, and I couldn't manage a car, so I had to fly down with only 2 suitcases. So there I was at Will Rogers. I was broke. So I ended up hitching a ride from a complete stranger. And let me tell you, that was one insane experience. But somehow I made it to my new apartment alive and in one piece. But the sad thing was that my apartment was infested with rats and cockroaches. So I ended up sleeping in a fetal position on the kitchen counter for the entire night, just to stay safe, all right? Just to stay safe. And so the next day, I was determined to get out of that place. So I just picked up my suitcases, rode them to the next vacant apartment complex that I could find, and there I was. And I told the landlord there, hey, here's what happened to me, so I really need a place to stay, so can you help me out? And to my surprise, he said, well, yeah, we'll give you a place to stay, and he did this without even running a background check on me, so that was super cool, and he even told me how to terminate my lease, legally, of course. So what's the point of this story? The point is that unlike the internet and social media, life is really unpredictable, but it can be very exciting. So the better you are at, at communicating, the easier life gets for you in terms of communicating with people or getting things done more efficiently, especially when you need to terminate a lease or hitch a ride. Speaking of which, I need a ride after this, thank you. So how do you become a power user in real life? Well, the first thing is you have to be able to smile, especially when meeting new people, and because it is the most effective icebreaker there is. And so you just remember to brush your teeth. This is intuitive, but people forget this. So, so the next thing is, second, you have to, remember people's names. And this is very important. Because a person's name is the sweetest and most important sound to that person, so you want to work it into the conversation as much as possible. Say, I'm at a bar, and a bartender walks up to me and says, hey, Vu, can I get you another drink? Of course I'm going to be smitten and says, yeah, I'll have another appletini, all right? So, third thing, be able to listen to people. It's very important to give people the attention that they crave, they deserve. And the next thing is don't monopolize the conversation. It's not all about you, it's about the other person. So you want to learn as much as you can about the other person. So give them the chance to talk about themselves. And the next thing is, if the person is exciting or if the conversation is exciting, give them the praise that they deserve. But if it's not, well, then the point is, don't fake anything. Just don't fake anything. It's really, really, really obvious. And the next thing is, remember common courtesy. Just remember that. That means don't check your phone while you're talking. Open the door for a lady, saying thank you, things like that. They really add up. So I don't have a lot of time, but here's a quick recap of the things that we talked about. And the cool thing is that these are the things that we already know intuitively, so it's just a matter of applying them during conversation. We already know how to do this, and And yeah, having said what I said about the internet, if you want to talk to me online, there's facebook.com/talktoView. Thank you very much for having me. And